What's up, guys? It's Mion. I am back with another video, and it's about goddamn time I got back to this series, the Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle Rescoring Series. And today, we're going to have a chat about Monster Jam World Finals 15 Freestyle. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos and streams. And make sure to check out the playlist link down below in the description, as well as at the end of the video, for all the previous videos in this series. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I apologize for that. But I've been wanting to get back into it, and well, here we are. So 2015, or I should say World Finals 15. So this was an interesting World Finals freestyle because this was the first time that they had racing and freestyle on two separate nights in which they rebuilt the entire track for freestyle, and it chewed up a lot of trucks. There were so many trucks that got knocked out early or had something happen that prevented them from having a better run because of how many jumps this track had, the lack of proper landing space, and just some of the insane landings that we saw. But speaking of insane, Todd LeDuc reached insane levels of air on the opening hit, something that Dennis Anderson would attempt to do himself and nosedive straight into the ground. But Todd LeDuc did something absolutely incredible, and then he just did not stop. He just kept fucking going, and in the end, Metal Militia walks away with the freestyle title. There's no denying it, man. And still, your World Finals 15 freestyle champion, Todd LeDuc, Metal Militia. The only thing that I think they got wrong is the fact of that the score should have been higher. They scored a 37.5. Oh, yeah, I should mention, this is the first year of the half scoring, which is going to be the method I'm using moving forward, especially when we get to World Finals 18 and they start doing the fucking fan scoring decimal shit. Fuck that. But, as I said, he got a 37.5 IRL. I gave this man a 40.5. Yeah, that score should have been higher. And based on everything I've done so far, this would be the highest score in World Finals history. Especially considering the fact of that I think it was Gravedigger who got a 40 IRL at World Finals 1. Yeah, I knocked that down a couple points because yeah, I know, early years World Finals is weird, but still. Um, but getting to that point, and even afterward, it was a war of attrition for these drivers. Uh, Captain America and Chad Fortune was one of the first 5 or so trucks to go out. And he put up a run that gave him the lead, and he held on to it for a little while. You also saw Overkill Evolution right before him put up a great run and get a good score, which would be foreshadowing to the following year, but we'll get to that next video. And then other trucks tried to do better, but either just broke early or just couldn't get it done. And then Team Hot Wheels Firestorm comes out. Scott Buto gets the job done. Now remember, last video, I gave him the freestyle title over Tom Mintz and Max D, barely. And hilariously enough, if Max D doesn't, or sorry, if Metal Militia doesn't do what he does, then Scott Buto would be a back-to-back World Finals freestyle champion in this, I guess you would say in this universe. But he is not, though he would take the lead. And then a little while later, Metal Militia just said, "Everybody hold my fucking beer," launched that fucking truck, landed it, and just kept on going, and it didn't stop until he rolled over in bonus time. The dude just went fucking off. Um, Beyond him, Maxi, Ultra Loco, and Lucas Oil Crusader were really the only ones that had a chance based off their runs, but not even close. Also, shout out to Dan Rodoni and the Patriot and Devin Jones and Barbarian, both having runs finishing in the top 10 in scoring. This was the Patriots' first year at World Finals. I think the only year they competed at World Finals. Barbarian, I believe, competed at least one or two more times after this at World Finals. Um, but overall, a hell of a showing for the both of them. To end up finishing top 10 in scoring at the end of the night, which I kept that way. And looking at the scoring and whatnot, not a whole lot changes, even with the half point scoring on my end. The top four remain the same, and then the first change is swapping Lucas Oil Crusader and Captain America at the fifth and sixth spots. And then Overkill Evolution on my end jumped up from finishing 10th IRL to finishing 7th in scoring here, knocking the Patriot, Barbarian, and Machima Domination down a peg each. And then after that, it gets a little chaotic towards the middle. But speaking of chaos, that's where we're headed for these next few World Finals. Pretty much every World Finals freestyle competition from here on out. Because let me remind you, Mike Waters the second in Overkill Evolution won World Finals 16. Controversially, Adam Anderson won World Finals freestyle for World Finals 17. World Finals 18 is when they brought in the fan judging that we have today, and Leo O'Donnell won off the front flip. 19, I believe, was Ryan Anderson. And then 20 didn't happen for a couple of years because of COVID. Stupid COVID. Um, I believe Tom Mintz won that one. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we also it was either he won that year or he won the following year, and World Finals 20 went to Nicole Johnson and Scooby Doo. Um, so then Mintz would have gotten 21. I'd have to fact check this later. And then the most recent one was won by Colt Stevens in Thunder Roars. I may be missing one in there, but these remaining World Finals freestyle competitions are the stretch or the chaos stretch because things are going to get chaotic. I'm not 100% sure we're going to have another and still for these remaining World Finals. You might be hearing some and news, and it's going to be interesting to see who among them I end up picking to give these titles to. But with that also being said, Adam Anderson, speaking of him, he won racing this year, so he now breaks a tie with John Seasock and Jim Kohler and takes over sole ownership of third place in the overall championship standings in terms of titles won both in racing and freestyle. Mintz has 7, and he would have more if not for the fact of that he's lost a couple in the freestyle ranks. Dennis Anderson's got 5. Then it's Adam. Then Seasock and Kohler are tied for 4th with 2, and then everybody else just has 1. So interesting times are ahead, and I hope y'all continue along this ride with me. So with that said, thank y'all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down below. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.